thought I'd talk a little bit about why I switched from open tuning to standard tuning. And it's quite a journey for most people, I think. I mean, a lot of us start in standard tuning and then, discover slide and discover open tunings, and it sounds great and we love it. And for me, it was, just doing some stuff on my own one summer in the south of France, just on a great friend's battered old acoustic guitar, tuned it to open G and worked out some Muddy Waters stuff and had a whale of a time and didn't know what I was doing, and it was scrappy and messy and out of tune, but it was great fun exploring and discovering stuff. Um, and then over time I gigged like that. I'd always have a guitar in open G, and I'd grab it for a few songs, and this is playing in blues bands and things like that. And then fast forward quite a bit, and David Tronzo. And yeah, what more can I say? I mean, just mind blowing. I was fortunate enough to have the ear of Rick Peckham, a wonderful, wonderful player, human being, who helped me out a lot in Boston. And my first meeting with him, he said, "You got to study with Tronzo." And I kind of went, well, I came here to study jazz. I didn't come here to play slide. And anyway, I took his recommendation, and it changed my life. And I've got Tronzo to thank for so much. It was so much more than slide. And anyway, but those classes were in standard tuning. Tronzo drops his first string down to D as well, but otherwise he's in standard tuning. And that changed everything on my perspective on what a slide could do, and the fact that it's not just about playing slide repertoire. You use it to be expressive. It changes the way you think about music. It poses these challenges that you have to figure out. And from that point onwards, really, I was, standard tuning all the way until COVID. And I was very fortunate to be able to spend a fair amount of time with Joey Landreth, remotely, admittedly, but he was incredibly generous with his time and what he was able to share with me. And yeah, incredible stuff. So I then flipped and went to open C for 2 or 3 years. I just decided everything I play is going to be open C. I got one guitar set up. I had 16s on it. And then, just to push myself, I decided, well, this gig, this duo that I'm forming at the moment, let's do it all in open C. So, over time we put together 3 hours of repertoire, blues, jazz stuff, did lots of function gigs. This is with Joe Kelsey, an amazing singer. And it was wonderful. And then we had a little break from that, and I found myself really questioning the whole open tuning thing again, and going, well, actually, I've got these guitars that I love that I never play because I've focused so heavily on open C for 2 or 3 years to the exclusion of everything else. So basically, it all came full circle, and what I've realized for myself is that the slide is a tool like anything else, and the repertoire is great and I love it, and that's a thing, but that's not really where my thing is. And really what I'm trying to do is just explore music, but I just happen to have a slide on my finger, and that's really the difference for me, having realized that finally, that I wasn't just trying to play conventional slide repertoire. And this isn't for everyone. Of course, a lot of people want to do that, and why wouldn't you? I'm just being awkward and making life difficult for myself as usual. But there's quite a journey once you start exploring this stuff and figuring out what you want to do with it and how you want it to, influence your music. So that's mine. I'd love to hear, if you've got any comments. Where are you at? Have you been through anything similar? I love to kind of share these things and hear what other people's experiences have been. So yeah, leave me a comment if you feel so inclined.